Hello and welcome back to Joseph Teaches Everything He Knows. I'm Joseph and this is my guitar. So today we're going to be talking about, I always talk about like author marketing and stuff like that. But today I want to talk about the specifics of how do you get started or how do you reach people? So this is the hardest part, and it's oftentimes, to be honest with you, this is the hardest part of my job whenever I have an author who comes to me and who has a book coming out and doesn't have an existing following already. So the takeaway here for you is start now. How do you start? Well, and how do you know where you should put your efforts? I want to just share this idea of content modalities with you. It's very simple. There are several ways to create content. So you're watching this video right now. I'm recording this video, but everything I say in this video, every single thing that I say can be transcribed, and then that can become a blog post, and then that can become a newsletter. And then shortened bits of that can become short form content on other content channels. So this video will go to YouTube, and then that'll go to my YouTube channel. And then this video will also go to my website. And then this video will also go to my newsletter. And so all of these various places that I can share this content. Additionally, I can make a short form video talking about this core idea. And maybe it'll be a little bit shorter. Doggone it. I thought I turned that thing off. I apologize. The thing that I'm trying to illustrate here is that there are several ways to create content, several ways to disseminate that content. And so in the beginning, you might have to test some stuff to really know where your audience is or where you get the most value out of publishing to those channels. The best thing that you can do is just start doing it. Get the information out there as much as you can in different places. Now, I will say, when it comes to the initial bang for your buck, the short form video platforms are going to be the most effective right now. So if you have something to say or you're funny or clever or creative or whatever, and you think that people would enjoy watching a short form video, do it, because that is an effective way to get the word out, to get the information out. But the key factors to remember, no matter what you're doing, and this is, by the way, you're going to see this from me in other videos too. So number one, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? The person who is coming to, who is using the internet for whatever, they are consumers. And they are consuming their favorite mediums or their favorite media. So if they're on Instagram, they're looking for entertaining content, or they're looking for content that lines up with them so that they will subscribe to that content sometimes, or maybe just slide to the next video, right? And so what you're doing needs to be of value. So you can't just share random stuff that nobody cares about. Nobody's gonna engage with that information. It has to be something that they care about. What's in it for me? So a trade, if you will. I really, really there was a trend going on around a little bit where the videos would say a trade. I'll do this for you and then you subscribe to my channel. And so it really is that, though. It's a trade. So for you watching this video, a trade, if you will. Subscribe to my channel and you'll get more of this kind of stuff. If you don't like it, then don't subscribe, clearly. But subscribe to my channel and you'll get more of this kind of stuff. Send me an email at insiders@sendmagnet.com and you'll get more resources, right? That's how it goes. And in the information economy, that's how it all works. So you take any late night TV show. Every time, 100% of the time that they have a guest on that show, that guest is there to promote something. Why? Because nobody wants to just go on that show if they have better things to do. Even though for us, it seems like, that'd be so awesome to be on that show. And yes, it would be early on in your career. But Tom Cruise has better things to do than to go on, the Jimmy Kimmel show. But they have to do this. They have to go and they have to do these interviews. So as you see more stuff, that's the PR at work. So understand that that's always how it's happening. There's always some in that network economy of information there's always some reason someone's doing something. So what's in it for me is what someone's coming to your content with, asking that question, what's in it for me? Even if it's not explicitly, they're asking that question. Second, lead with value. Your value, the thing that the takeaway has to be first. So whenever you're doing something, don't think about things like the process, think about the result. Don't sell the ab machine, sell the six-pack abs. Nobody wants an ab machine that's going to like lay in their garage and like honestly, and they're never going to use it. But everybody wants a six-pack abs. Everybody wants to look good in the summer when they go to the beach, right? Sell that. So this guy here, Hugh McLeod, he's got one of these guys that says the market for something to believe in is infinite. And I believe that. When you think about like what really motivates people, what people gather around, it's something to believe in. You think about the things that people do and they go out of their way to give of themselves and their time. Most of the time, the core thing that they are gathering around is being part of something bigger than themselves and being and believing in something, right? So if you are tapping into someone's motivation and you are adding value to their lives, then that is going to be much more effective at growing a following around you. And so I guess a couple of things to consider here. Number one, content modalities. There are several different types of content. So again, this video will be a blog post and it'll be a newsletter and it'll go up on my LinkedIn and it'll go up on my YouTube and it'll go on Facebook and it'll go on Twitter and like everything, right? So I'm canvassing these networks. Eventually, I might find nobody cares on Facebook. Then I'm going to back off Facebook a little bit. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I don't really need to publish content there because it's not really worthwhile if it's an extra source. But if it's one other checkbox in like my, social account where I'm publishing this stuff, which I use Social Pilot, there's no reason not to. Just check it and then publish. Because why not? Because if you get one more person finding you from there, a week or a month or whatever, then maybe that's worthwhile. So think about the content and then just think about how you can produce the content in other ways, right? 2, think about the value. What is the value of the message? What's the core thing that someone is getting out of this? And then sell the six-pack abs, not the ab machine, right? The value in the getting the ab machine is that you have something that's going to help you achieve the goal of having a six-pack abs. It is not that it's made with this nice structure of plastic or whatever. So whenever you're thinking about writing content and publishing in different modalities, what is the value? Okay. At the end of the day, building an audience is all about sharing widely and freely, adding value, building an audience of fans, crushing obscurity. You have to get out there. If you don't write anything, then, and you just think, well, once I finish the book, people will read it. Well, who are you going to launch to? You don't have fans to read the book. You need fans to read the book, or you need friends who can help you promote the book. But really, it's about building your audience and start that as soon as you can. So why not get started today? I've talked about Substack in the past. I think Substack is a great tool because it's free and it allows you to start building a list immediately. I have some gripes about the fact that they don't have an API, but still it's free and it's simple and it's a good way to start. So if you don't have anything, you don't have a website, you don't have anything else, go get a Substack. Start today. You can build out a lot of stuff on Substack already. Get started because the world needs your message. If for no other reason, then you have to share it and you feel like you can't not. All right. So I'm making these videos. I didn't really want to be the guy who talked about this stuff. I was happily doing my thing. But in order for me to reach more authors and help more people, this is what I got to do. So I'm doing this. This is my job. This is what I might make a living at. So now it's time for the trade. Subscribe in exchange for more stuff like this. Okay. Send me an email, insiders@sendmagnet.com, in exchange for more stuff like this. Okay? All right, and I'll see you on the next one. You've reached the part of the show where I ask you to like this video if you found it helpful, comment if you have questions, subscribe if you want more stuff like this in your feed, and share this video with someone you know if you think they'd like it. Now, if you want more content that goes deep into how to build your platform and how to connect with your readers and also how to just do some nerdy stuff because I am a nerd. Sometimes I share that stuff. send an email to insiders@sendmagnet.com. That's insiders@sendmagnet.com. Doesn't matter what the subject is, doesn't matter what the message is. Just send an email and I will send you the bonuses. All right. And also you'll get access to all the resources that we're going to be creating over the next year, including these kind of videos in your inbox, just like that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.